The 2023 marathon season is finally over, and it was an amazing year. We had the Boston Marathon showcasing amazing fireworks. Berlin once again brought out Eliud Kipchoge winning for his 5th time, and of course, we had world records go down from Tigist Assefa in this year's Berlin Marathon, and Kelvin Kiptum absolutely destroying the record in this year's Chicago Marathon. It seems as though distance running is really hitting a high point when it comes to the marathon specifically, and all around the world, people are running out of their minds quick. And it might be the super shoes, it might be better training, it's probably a little bit of both, honestly. But for this video, we're going to be talking about next year. We're going to be talking about the Olympic Games, and we just got a brand new update about what the Kenyan team is going to be doing. Now, they still have yet to release their full lineup, and that certainly will be one of the best lineups for the entire Olympics, but we have what's called a short list, and on this list, we have some amazing athletes, and on the men's side, it's pretty obvious who you'd think it would be. There's Kelvin Kiptum, the marathon world record holder, there's Eliud Kipchoge, but we also have other athletes such as Benson Kipruto, Jeffrey Kamworor, Titus Kipruto, and Amos Kipruto. And this isn't really a surprise whatsoever. You pretty much have to have Kelvin Kiptum on this marathon team. He's the world record holder, he's undefeated, he is the rising star in distance running and the marathon. He really does need to be selected, and the exact same thing goes for Eliud Kipchoge. He has won the previous 2 Olympic Games in the marathon. He's looked close to unbeatable until 2023, when of course he ran slightly subpar in this year's Boston Marathon. And yes, he did win in this year's Berlin Marathon, but there were people that were closing over the final 10 kilometers. You pretty much have to have Kelvin Kiptum and Kipchoge. They're both going after history. If Kipchoge were to win his 3rd marathon title, he would be the only athlete in history to do so. But if you'll notice, there's actually one key athlete that is not on this list, and that athlete is Evans Chebet. That is the athlete that won this year's Boston Marathon. So if we go back to this year's Boston Marathon, we can see Evans Chebet running an amazing performance, finishing first with a time of 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 54 seconds. And in this very race, he took down Kipchoge by more than 3 minutes. And it's also very, very important to mention that in 2022, he won Boston again, and he also won the 2022 New York City Marathon. Evans Chebet is easily one of the best marathon athletes in the world right now. So why he is not selected for this Kenyan lineup is a huge question for me. Now, it is important to mention that he hasn't raced since April when he won Boston, so potentially he had some kind of injury go down. Maybe it was a big injury, hopefully not, but I think it's very weird that he's not even considered for the short list, because when it comes to championship running, he has clearly showcased that he has amazing potential. So that's a little bit concerning for me, and maybe there's more to the story that I don't know about, but I found it very strange, and I wanted to bring it up because I really think that he should be on this list. Despite not having the 2-time defending Boston champion on this lineup, Kenya is certainly looking almost unbeatable when it comes to the overall marathon team right now, and the same thing can be said on the women's side. You've got Ruth Chepngetich, one of the fastest marathon athletes of all time, Rosemary Wanjiru, Jocelyn Jepkosgei, Perez Jepchirchir, and also there's Helen Obiri, Sharon Lokedi, and Bridget Kosgei. And when you look at their personal records, you can't help but think that this is going to represent the potential gold medalist in the Paris Olympics. Anyways, I just thought it was really interesting how Kenya has already updated their potential athletes that are going to be participating in the Paris Marathon, and I would love to hear your thoughts on the matter of what do you think about this lineup, who do you think will be chosen, and what placements do you think they'll get. Anyways, that's about it. See ya.